everybody. How's it going? Hello, Blade, Kiwi, Mecha Ninja, Stumbles, Garoon. That's everybody. Welcome back. Wow, my music is turned up really loud. Let me adjust that. There we go. Garoon says, "Holy cow, this got amazing." Thank you. It's coming together. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's been a long week, but I'm gonna do my best. Release the bees. Excuse me. Please do not release the bees. How's everyone's Friday going? Friday? Friday? How are we feeling? I'm so tired. But I'm gonna do my best because I don't have a choice. Okay. Let's get back to torque on this. So I've been working on the patterns on his wings, as you can see. I need to finish working on this part of the wing over here, though. You can see originally it was covered by tape, and I decided to not cover it with tape. So now I need to like go in and correct what was underneath the tape before to make it look a little more natural. There we are, like so. Just gotta like blend a little bit. There we go. When that dries, that'll look pretty good, I think. Looks a little dark actually on the feed. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Fry, okay. It's a bit both, says Blade. I have to clean up our kitchen that hasn't been picked up in what seems like a month. I have allocated room for dessert and coffee tonight. Oh my god. That's a lot of allocation. Congratulations on your allocations. Got the COVID, so I'm certainly doing. Oh no, Kiwi. That sucks. Blade says, terrible work day, but I have some gifts coming from my Belgian friend. Okay, so that does turn into a fry, okay. Green says, our friend has milk in his fridge that expired in June. The square milk bottle is round. Treat that like a biohazard. That's going to explode if you're not careful. But regardless of Vap, you must eat ice cream. Green, that's not milk anymore, it's cheese. Howdy, y'all. Got a long weekend coming up, feeling chill. Oh no, Kiwi. Hi, Toby. How are you? Why is it a long weekend? Is there a holiday or something? I don't know what's going on anymore. I do know I need to put little stripies on this man's forehead. I kind of forgot about that. I did them on his chin, and then I gave him a bald forehead, and I don't think he would have a bald forehead, so... Let's give him some little patterns here. There we go. Yeah, that makes him look a little bit more consistent, I think. Alright, so he's got his clothes on, I think. Let's see. Oh, it's Labor Day? It's a holiday in the States. I'm just so out of the loop. I don't really do holidays right now. Hi, Bootsakoi. Today Day is Labor Day. Blade says eat grape, but only if grape is purple. If grape is not equal to purple, do not eat grape. Not for everyone. I am insane from work, says Blade, and my cat got high in catnip, and I was fascinated by the ceiling fan. Toby says I'm getting 3 vaccines on Sunday. A few hours after, I'm participating in a little spoof game show with some pals from a webcomic service. It's gonna be a roller coaster of a day. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, hopefully you get your fun done before the vaccine side effects kick in. Mecca says, Texas has a stupid law in which employers can overlook federal holidays. That, unfortunately, does sound like Texas. I don't love it, though. I don't approve, that's for sure. Oh, gross. Oh, no. Blah, blah. 1 second. Oh, God. I just made a critical error. I gave my cat some wet food right before the stream, and I guess I got a little bit on my finger, and then I was biting my nail, and I got cat food in my mouth. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I washed my hands and I rinsed out my mouth. I'm gonna make it. That was a very negative experience. You're right, it is not snack time. That was a surprise snack time. Oh, I don't even want to hear the word cat food again. That was very bad. I did not enjoy my experience. Holy crap, wow, I don't recommend that. I don't know why my cat likes that stuff. What is she thinking? Okay, let's get back to the grind. So, I got a good start in on his wingies, but I think it needs a little bit of touching up. Look at my references here. Let's see. Yeah, I think overall I just need to do like general shading on his wings. I'm just gonna grab some blue and try that out. Well, actually, hang on, let me think about this. Let's not be hasty. Let's work on his eyes first. His eyes definitely need a little bit of attention. They didn't get finished. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead in with some black here and make his pupils a little darker. And a little bigger overall. There we go, that's better. Eyebrows. Yeah, he needed a little fixing up of his peepers and his foot too. I want to add some detail too. Hi Hyper. What's that? The unknown! God, it sure is. What does it taste like? Redeemed hydrate, thank you. It sort of had a flavor of lunch meat, but like much stronger than you would want for lunch meat, you know? Just like too much meat. The smell was the primary bad experience. A pie, thanks? It's the unknown. What flavor was the cat food? Salmon and spinach. Failed to send. You owe it to science, Vap. It's gotta just be me having major connectivity issues. That's very unsweet. Cat food tastes like how cat breath smells. Yeah, a little bit of a tuna blast situation going on. Is anyone else having a hard time viewing the stream? Because we have continued to have internet connectivity issues, unfortunately, so if the stream is not working, I would love to know. That doesn't sound good, says Toby. It wasn't. It wasn't good. I hated it. Okay, his foot definitely needs a little more definition. I'm gonna mix up a brownish gray color here. Oh man, now I want to play Breath of the Wild. I love this song. The lighting is coming from up above, so only a couple of these areas would really truly be in shadow. Definitely the underside of his foot here. Whoops, is my big fat head getting on the stream? No, it's not. Okay. I thought I'd dipped down low enough. I found this soundtrack and the name of it really sold me. It's like video game music for like archaeologists or something like that. I was like, you know what? Sure. I don't know what that means, but it seems correct, doesn't it? I feel like an archaeologist. That's all you need to be an archaeologist, am I right? Okay, give his beak a little bit more emphasis here. I don't this scene to be like crazy, like the lighting shouldn't be crazy, but I want there to be like some kind of some lighting effects going on. Let's see. Overpowered lunch meat. That doesn't sound good. Zucchini squid. So now that's the worst thing you've tasted on stream. My end is fine. Good here. Seems fine. Had to refresh, but it's working since. Breath of the Wild, an incredible sound design. It really did. The Peruvian Grand Cherries from last week were great in soup. Highly recommend. What were they like in soup? It did. Good game. One of like 5 I've ever played. Foot, the lower extremity of the leg for the ankle on which a person walks or stands. Defined it for you, Vap. Wow. That's delightfully specific. Got distracted by dead cells, but I made it. For a tiny bit. Hi, Delta, how are you? A lot of old ruins and games, I suppose. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Thunkful. I'm gonna work on his little, the little clasp on his cloak here. The color is supposed to be darker than how it came out. There we go. That looks better. I need to give his tongue a little bit more color. That's way too red. I need it to be more purple than that. There we go. Purple. And then I'll grab this. I want to make his cloak a little redder. Like the top part is supposed to be like a maroon color, and then the bottom, like the inner layer, is supposed to be very purpley and black. So I'm just gonna warm this up a little bit with some red. Yeah, because red and green are such a nice combo. I think by keeping a lot of blue and purple in this painting, I've kept it from tipping into like Christmas territory, because it's not supposed to be that type of red and green. Okay. Perfect. So there we go. Let's see. Delta says it's going. Hoping next week hiring stuff starts back up and I start getting interviews again. I am rooting for you. I hope so too. Delta says my sister's in town with friends, so I'm going up to my parents' place tonight for dinner. Under 2 hours, so I'll have to start getting ready soon. That makes sense. Kiwi says video game music for rolls dice. Walking the dog rolls dice. In the middle of a snowstorm rolls dice while evading the CIA. That's what it feels like to select a playlist these days. Have fun, Delta. I wonder if the camera's still being issued certain colors. Oh, you know it is. This guy is bright green, but on the camera, gray. Shiny Noivor, and the purple's the only color note stopping it from being a Christmas wyvern. I'm sure, Hyper. Yeah, now my camera doesn't want to acknowledge pink or green very much. Red is okay, but pink, not so much. Like, this is a very nice, bright magenta in real life, and on the camera, kind of a grayish peach. Sag. I'm just kind of thinking right now how I want to start handling the shading. I think rather than giving it like a solid color wash, like I often do, like I'll just do all the shading in purple, I think I'm just going to shade each body part individually in its own color. I don't usually do that, but for this particular piece, I think that makes sense. Okay, there we go. His thighs. tail feathers should be pretty shady back here. Especially like this one down here is getting almost no light at all because it's like underneath all his clothes and stuff. So there's the tail. And then gonna go ahead and lighten up the edges of the shading on some of these so it doesn't look that intense. Not a huge cell shading fan. There we go. And now I will approach the winglings. Whoops, that's way too much green. Hang on a second. I accidentally got a bunch of green in what was supposed to be a very subtly green area. Oopsie poopsie. Alright, there we go. A nice greenish blue. In fact, it could be a little bluer. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna get my big boy brush for this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the big boy brush and do some like broader shading here. Yeah, there we go. And we'll have to go back over some of the markings on the wings, no big deal. That's fine. And then this wing will have a lot more light on it because it's a lot closer to the firework. And then we'll get a little bit of the shading on like the lower part of his chin here and the top of his noggin. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just gonna let that dry, not mess with it for a little bit, catch up on the chat. Was able to keep my cat at my new house after negotiating with the landlord. He seems chill. Oh, that's great. Glad to hear it. Glad the little dude gets to stay with you, says Toby. On a different note, not sure if you heard, but Blue Sky's getting video support in the next major update. Oh, that's good, because I heard that Twitter is, they kicked all the Brazilians off. It's insane. Shady Tail Feathers would be a great character name. Blue Sky's currently having some issues due to a massive influx of traffic coming from Brazil. Yes, exactly. I can't believe that happened. Elon has lost his mind. Hello, Fish. How's it going? My fishy friend. That's hard to say. Alrighty. Let's get a little bit of shading on my boy's face here. And the tail feathers should also be a little darker down here. Nice. I think I'm going to add some purple to the fireworks that are going off here. There's like a certain shade of purple that I want that like it's really hard to do with watercolor because like you're just kind of limited by like the pigments that exist on this earth. But I try. Yeah, this is helping boost the purples that are already on here that kind of got washed out. There we go. It's a little better. Not that it's really showing up on the stream, but, you know, for me it looks better. And I want to zhuzh up the oranges and golds that are on the flames here. Make it look a little more intense. God, this playlist rips. I'll go grab it and put a link in the chat. This is very good. One moment. Copy and paste. Mamma mia. There we go. Okay. I shall catch up here. Toby says posting this again because I'm very amused by it. You must follow the unknown. You don't come to Brazil, Brazil comes to you. I just imagined Brazilian Hatsune Miku leading the charge into blue sky for real grown. It's the unknown! Didn't a Brazilian streamer get an award or acknowledgement recently? I don't know. One of the fully 7,000 spam accounts in total I'm having to block on Tumblr. The shapes look good. We can see the shapes. Oh, thank God. I almost clicked on my own link there. It's like, oh, who put a link in the chat? Oh my God. That's where I'm at today, folks. Okay, let's get the little bead on his outfit. And then just generally I need his outfit to be a little bit more blue. Not that much more blue. Whoa. Wow! Just a bit more there, and then we'll go in with the paper towel, lighten it up. I want to give his beak a little bit more like color kind of definition, maybe is the word. Something like that. Yeah, it's looking a little more defined. Brazil banned Twitter. Yeah, we were just talking about it. Tweak that beak. This is an adult link. I knew what that was going to be before I clicked on it. I like his snarky little expression. It sure is, Croon. Yeah, he's a little troublemaker for sure. These, as I'm sure I've talked about before on this stream, these guys are based off of Kakapo parrots and also Kia parrots, both of which are parrots that just really like to get into trouble and take things apart. They did not used to have any natural predators on their home island, so they don't really even have a good sense of survival. Just really troublesome little fellows. And I love that about them, so... What was I just about to work on? I got some brown on my brush, but why? Oh, I was gonna go over, I think, his eyes a little bit. Like the outer edge of the eye. There we go. Yes, I think that's what I was supposed to be doing. I don't know. Who's to say? Go over some of the cloak pattern. a little bit. There we go. And his little belt needs some shading. Doesn't really have anything right now. There we go. Blade says, I had to shower. Did I miss anything? Nope, just painting. Wish the Tumblr spam accounts were trying to send me that kind of adult link. I'd be open to 7,000 automated link from video games appreciation blogs doing his makeup. Did you see the Echoes of Wisdom trailer today, Bap? No, I didn't. I just kind of got up and started working today, and I haven't really stopped. I need to catch up on trailers and stuff. I'm behind. Miss Daisy is hollering at me. My God. Well, did you stop paying attention to her for 10 minutes? Cause kind of sounds like it might be your fault. If birds weren't so messy, I'd love to have a bird, says Kiwi. Birds are a huge commitment. Yeah, birds are a lot. I love birds. I do not recommend birds. Don't get birds. Not unless you are, like, ready for just being that bird person for the rest of your life. Birds are like one of those pets that just defines you once you get it. Your whole life becomes about the bird. And they're not an easy pet when you have to go on vacation or anything like that either. Just a real pain in the bird. Wonderful animals, not great pets. Some of the smaller types of bird can be better suited to being pets, but parrots, oof, I don't recommend it. Even worse, I closed the bathroom door so I could clean her litter box in peace. Well, how dare you? Your whole life is bird of the word. The response of yours is broken up in 2 places and has to be my end. RuneScape was unresponsive too. Yeah, I think it must be your end, because no one else is having connection issues. There's new footage of the new Mario Party, but it's unofficial. Oh, like a leak? Mario is leaking. Sounds like a bad fanfiction title. God. Okay, let's get a little bit of an outlining color and start getting the wings kind of put back in, so to speak. Please never say those words again. Vap! I cannot stop thinking of Android 16 from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Either he's thinking about killing Goku or a bird. It's Japanese only, but Vap, what? Someone clip that. I would, but not a computer. 15 minutes, like over half of it is silent. Just kind of reshaping some of these feathers that got washed out a little bit. Real life Kakapo are not this intensely stripy and colorful, but I just think they look cool this way, and it's my art, so I can do what I want. There we go. I'm kind of using the camera feed to like check my values because since there's barely any color in the camera feed compared to in real life, it gives me a pretty good look at if my values are good. And there should be some shadow like under the thumb feather basically. Stuff on stream is really helpful for me because like it helps me not be as much of a perfectionist. If I'm just painting for myself, like, or by myself, it's very easy to get like in my own head about like, well, I could start over, I could, you know, open up 10 more references, blah blah blah. But if I'm trying to stream, it's like, okay, I just need to get this finished. I don't actually need to go over it 30 more times. That's not the goal here. I don't need to actually just torture myself. Alright, let's do a little bit of white ink pen. Oh, I remembered. I wanted to do one more thing before I do white ink pen. His like hat needs more shading, basically. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly. Problem is my brain is broke, so I'm always trying to fix things that like aren't wrong in my art. But I mean, again, the beauty of watercolor is that like if you really hate it, your only option truly is just to start over. I can't start like moving layers around or anything. I'm just kind of locked into what I've made. So that kind of helps me. I find digital art really paralyzing because I could just eternally change things and move them around and undo them, and it's too much. Too many options. I need less options, fewer options. Clay and I are getting ready for TwitchCon right now, which is coming up in about 3 weeks, and Clay has pretty lofty goals for his booth this year. So our entire dining table is just covered in boxes right now. It's absurd how much dice and dice-related goodies he has. I had to like clear more spaces on other tables to put down boxes because we're getting boxed to death. Go. And then I'm gonna grab some more black and go over this part of the hat a little bit. First episode of that little spoof game show I'm gonna be up and is on YouTube. I don't know if it'll be that entertaining without knowing the people involved, but it's there. Oh, heck yeah. Thank you. I will save this for later. I like how Jeopardy is spelled. By user Eat and Eraser. Clay should take up boxing. He really should. Boxed to death. So it feels. There's no room for anything but boxes. Oh, I should give the eyes some shading too. I always forget about that. That like the white part of the eye should be not pure white. There we go. A bit of that. And I'll lighten that up. Okay, cool. That's better. I'm falling asleep to your relaxing art stream. Good! Get some rest. Legally distinct Jeopardy. It's your personal private Jeopardy that you can't get in trouble for. The best kind. Okay, so I want to go over a lot of these fireworks shots. Make sure that everything is nice and bright. The outline of the wing should be really white because it's getting full blasted by the fire. And then his thumb feather kind of comes down like that. And the rest of the wing comes down like that. Very good. And I'll give his little face feathers some texture here. Go. And I want part of his little tie to have shading on it. And the claws, just a little. Return of the Serene stream. It does feel very serene, doesn't it? The guy running this goes by Re-Racer in the Discord we're in. Until I saw that was his YouTube channel title, I didn't really register that it came from Eraser. I'm gonna take a warm bath. Our landlord just came and fixed the tub for us. Oh, that sounds awesome. Just a sleepy bath. You are living the life supreme right now, Groon. I don't care who knows it. I want everyone to know. You're sliving. God, yeah, Serene Stream really is the way to go. I'm not an emails person. I find emails very difficult and stressful. And I've had to send a lot of emails the last few weeks. And it's like a growth moment for me. I do need to like learn how to be better with emails, but it just takes a lot out of me. It's just so many ways you can like be unclear in an email. You know what I mean? And I hate that. I want to be clear at all times. I want to always say the perfect thing all the time, which is a normal expectation to want. I want to get a good score at communicating. Just going over the shape of his feathers here to make sure they look good. And they do. They look so good. Make sure his little claws are the right shape. Yep, yep, yep. And the tail feathers. This one got a little bumpy at the bottom. Let's smooth that on out. Yeah, I think this came out pretty good overall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this as a standalone portrait so that I can have that file ready to use. But I'm also going to, after I scan it, I'm going to make a version that has a light background. Not a super complicated one, but just a basic kind of watercolor wash style background. So then I'll have two versions. Let's see. A lazy river kind of stream, an herbal tea kind of stream. Truly normal to want, possible to achieve. I do that with Discord messages. Daisy's nemesis, the chihuahua that lives upstairs, is running around with such noise. Overthink everything! Heck yeah, I love to have multiple versions. Exactly, it's the best. So I want his eyes to have like a little bit of a firework like effect to them. Just a little bit. Especially in the one that's like closer to the fireworks. I don't really like that. Let me try again. Push that in this direction. There we go. You can do a little bit of editing with the white ink pen if you get it wet, which is nice. Once it's like pretty dry, it can be hard to move it around, but gives you some wiggle room at least. Get a little almost ASMR-y with this, with the clinking of my paintbrush against the glass. We don't have version control at my coding job, much to my dismay, so we have to manually make copies of everything. Version control, as in the thing that lets you roll back to previous versions of code. Well, how do you do anything? That seems bad. Like, I'm not a programmer, but gosh, Be careful, I guess, is all I can really say to that. Seems like there's some ways that could go amiss. Gosh. I want to give his, like, upper wing feathers a little bit of texture. Great question, Fab. Great question. Okay, yeah, I was worried that I sounded stupid, but I just have heard that you're supposed to have that. Again, not a programmer, but just kind of seems like you should. In case of, you know, emergencies, which do happen. Oh dear. Well, they probably just think it won't happen to us. As every tech company in the world thinks until it happens to them. And then they're like, what? What? This is a really cute drawing. This is kind of adorable. I love this little guy. He's about to get hit in the face with a firework and he doesn't even know it. God bless him. One of my more adorable paintings, I think. Just a little guy. A little fireworks boy. Probably a regular at the local ER, if I had to guess. And you're like, oh, it's you again. Oh, so sniffly. Let me get a tissue real quick. Okay. Hyper says, I'm doing my own sketch right now, but I have to go because my roommate needs help moving his stuff. Sounds good, catch you later. Let's see your sketch. Me and the other programmers who aren't stuck in the 90s are trying so hard to get the old dudes who run the place to modernize it. Oh, the moving sketch! This is so cute! I love it. The way you said great question made me think of good answer, good answer. Luckily we're not nearly as structurally important as CrowdStrike, but yeah, sounds like you work with the government. Without source control, it's like Stone Age. Not directly with the government, but our main clients are universities, etc. Makes sense. Recently, we had to revise a project we were working on because we were using the modern version of something and our client needed to use one from 1998. So yes, this is a very cute drawing. I love it muchly. Thank you. I'm very pleased with it. I was a little worried that this would be above my pay grade, but I don't know. Drawing critters is pretty much right in my my wheelhouse. So. I did want to put like little stars on his cloak, just a few. Gosh, this music reminds me of The Prince of Egypt. I loved that movie when I was younger. I haven't seen it in a while. Just really beautifully animated. Great music, too. Yeah, something like that looks cool. It makes him look more wizardly. pepper. I feel like it would make a great figurine, a lot of sculptural potential. That's true. It isn't like the right pose for that, isn't it? It does kind of have that vibe. Above your pay grade. Have you not seen your watercolors? Thank you. That's very kind. I don't know, man. I've had my nose to the grindstone so much lately that I've like sort of lost my my mind. I've lost my mind. That's what I'm trying to say here. I've lost sense of what I'm capable of doing and what I'm not capable of doing. Every time I work on something, I'm kind of like, do I know how to do this? Am I making this up? For a while, I had Prince of Egypt constantly in the background while I was drawing comics. It's so good. It is so good. I keep showing people who underestimate animation the Prince of Egypt opening number. Gonna head out. Have a good night, everyone. All right, have a good dinner, Delta. Hell yeah, Gruen, fighting the good fight. See ya, Delta. See ya, Hyper and Delta. Pat of solidarity. Yeah, it just gets weird when you've been doing a lot of work. There's like not a lot of time to stop and assess what the heck is going on. So. Just gonna put a little bit more pink in here because I love pink. Yeah, that's a nice sexy pink. I love to see it. And then with an even softer wash of pink, I'm actually going to put the lighting on him a little bit more intensely. Oh, what is this from? I know this song. This is from a Supergiant game, isn't it? Is this from like Bastion? No. Transistor maybe? Hades? Hades nuts? Twitch glitch! Oh god. Twitch love to glitch. Okay. I think that looks nice. Got him! Okay, I think this might be pretty much done. Love the Bastion soundtrack. Never played the game, but I love the soundtrack. Bastion's really fun to play if you have played other games from that developer, like more modern ones, because you see like, oh, this was where they started. Like this was before they had kind of polished their concept. And it's really quite good, actually. It's not near as smooth feeling as their current games, but it has a real charm to it. Realized I need to touch up the edges of his like gold thing. I can't remember what this is called, but you know what I mean. The gold thing, you know. We all know the gold thing. Tabard, that's the word, tabard. Hearing the stream 3 times at a slight delay. Good lord, that sounds bad. I'm at a weird point where I feel rusty, feel I can't do anything sad, and now I just gotta keep trying. Well, aren't you like, didn't you just finish moving? You've got a lot going on. You gotta cut yourself some slack. Twitch has a glitch is my favorite straight-to-DVD Disney sequel. Bastion and its soundtrack are awesome. That happens, Gruen. Bastion's so good, highly recommend. I think the only Supergiant game I haven't played yet is Pyre. They all rip. I have not played that one either. I would like to, though. darkness on the bottom of these feathers here. It should be the same right here. Okay, now I think this is done. At least as done as I want it to be. I'm tired of it. Oh, to be a magical bird with a blinding wand. I'm always saying this before I forget. You're in progress and Daisy Photobomb. Whoa, that looks beautiful. Dang, you got every color on Earth. That's incredible. Pride yarn, pride yarn. Oh, I remembered one more thing I wanted to do here. What was it? I wanted to do something. What was it? What was it? I don't remember. I just thought of it too. I looked at it and was like, ah yes, there's this one thing I need to do. I have no idea. So I guess it couldn't have been that important, right? Alright, well we're gonna call this beautiful boy done, and I think I'm just gonna wrap up for the day. I know it's a short one, but clearly my brain isn't functioning very well, so I think I'm just gonna go chill. I'm gonna go rest for a little while and see if my brain functions better after that. So thank you for hanging out, everybody. I love you all. I will be streaming again next Wednesday, so I hope to see you there for more Taxi of Cat. Have a fabulous weekend. Kiwi, I hope you feel better soon. Toby, I hope you have fun with your adventures and your super booster experience. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys next week. Hatsui-kun Mikun. It's really hard to say. What was it you said earlier? Every color in this mortal coil or something? My brain is so tired I was about to ask about Suicune Week, but I still had Hatsune Miku in the brain. Hatsui-kun Mikui-kun. The Wolves from Madeira goes by Your Fiber Godmother. Oh, that's cute. Color scheme inspired by the kids' book, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Oh, I love that book. Have a good chill, Vap, rest well. Smell you later, baby. Good nap to all. Oh, man. And yes, I will be playing Suicune Week to answer if that's what you were going to ask me. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice Hatsui-kun. Suicune-kun. Christ. I'm gonna go pass away now.